Hey guys, what's up? It's Pseudo Pluto. If you're observant, you would notice that this setup hasn't changed from my ThinkPad video, and that's because I thought while I had all my tools out, I would go ahead and make this one. So I bought this GPU from eBay, as well as a new power supply, and with that, power supplies you can't really service. You shouldn't open it, and those things are very reliable. You shouldn't open them anyways. But GPUs, you can always clean them and reapply thermal paste and do a lot of fun maintenance stuff, and that's very fun for me to do. And so I would have you guys join me. So here's my eBay 2060 Super that I got for roughly $200. I probably could have done better if I waited. If I tried to find like deals and stuff. But I thought, $200 is a pretty fair price. That was around what people were asking for 2060 Supers, 3060s, and 2070s. I did see some deals on 2070 Supers. But again, I was on eBay and I was doing auctions. I didn't want to buy outright. And so this was the one that I ended up with. So we have this little packet over here. We got a case sticker that'll be coming up in a video shortly. Make sure you have the drivers installed, some ads from Zotac, and a quick installation guide. It's fine, all dandy. And here's the actual GPU. There's nothing else in the box. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's a Zotac Gaming 2060 Super Mini. I'm just going to go into this blind, but first let me visually inspect the card. Outside looks good. Inside looks good. Top looks fine. Back, there's a little bit of scuff mark here. That's fine. We got a sticker. This indeed confirms as a 2060 Super Mini 8GB and everything else. And the bottom, from the bottom, we can see that there's a little bit of dust in there, a little dust buildup. The seller was from Utah, so totally understandable. You can see some hair in there too. Ew. Yeah, everything else seems fine. So we're just gonna open it up, clean it out, all the dust, reapply some thermal paste, and we're off to the races. And that'll be the last step in me finish my PCA build, even though I'm recording on it right now. Yeah. So, let's see. I know I can unscrew stuff from the top. I see a lot of stuff. So I want to do that first. I want to get the shroud off with all the fans, since that's right in front of me. What I'm doing is I'm shimmying this fan cable around so I can just get more breathing room. Looks like it's not going to cooperate. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll basically just disconnect the fans. If I can do that. Okay, what did that lock for us? Let's see. Awesome. Cool. So that releases this top shroud. And we don't actually have to touch the fans at all, basically, unless we want to. And I kind of don't want to. Okay. Okay, so now we got these 2 screws at the bottom, 3 screws, probably. And then at the top as well, which keep the back plate on. Yeah, so I think my hypothesis is we just put the fans down, we'll pop off these tension screws, and with that, the cooler should just pop off. Now we can see if we can wiggle this off with little resistance. But I can confirm that the screws that I was mentioning, those 6, are not attached to the cooler in any ways, so we're probably just missing something. And that something might just be, like, just putting more pressure on the cooler to pop it off. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a flat object key, wrap it in some paper towel so I don't scratch anything up, right? And wedge it in between the plate that had the most pressure, aka where the GPU die is. I'm going to do this very gently. And see, that just pops off because the thermal paste was stuck on there. And bada bing, bada boom. We got our GPU open. Okay. So order of operations, first things first, I want to clean off the board. And then after that, I want to clean off the cooler from the bottom side. Then I want to basically take off the fans and clean the fans and the top part of the cooler. I don't really care about anything on the inside too much. Here you can see like hair and stuff. And then yeah, we'll just reassemble everything. So starting from here, the only real dust I can see are at the bottom here, which we can just use our finger basically to clean off. You might be wondering why I'm using my finger. It's just that with your finger, you can just have that bit of like tactile feedback, which means that you're not going to do anything too crazy, too aggressive, because you can feel what you're doing. And then for bits that are annoying, like over here, then you can bring out something like a Q-tip. And then once we do that, like a first dry pass, then we can break out the rubbing alcohol and stuff. Cool, and that's great. That's it basically. Let's clean off the GPU while we're at it. I'm just going to use this Q-tip. Okay, yeah, as you can see, NVIDIA TU 106 14. I can't read. I just realized NVIDIA TU 106 410A1, which is indeed the 1060 Super. Don't ask me how I know that part number. And this guy's prepped. Now, I'm not going to put the thermal paste on now because we want to make sure everything else is clean. So we'll put this off to the side. Now for the annoying part, our thing. Thing is not a good word. Our heat spreader. So actually what I want to do is take off the fans. I just realized how annoying it'd be to try to press on the heatsink while having the fan still on. That seems annoying as heck. Okay, this should just pop off. Awesome. These are dirty. These go off to the side. These go over here. Let's just wipe everything down. Okay, cool. So while I'm here, paper towel, rubbing alcohol, just clean the front. Then we can lay it down like this, and then we'll clean the back and all the heat pads and stuff, and then we're good to go. Why am I using rubbing alcohol instead of water? I'm using that because it dries super quickly, so I don't have to like worry if that makes any sense. Okay, if I look through like this, let me show you. But like look through the fence, I can see where a lot of the dust buildup is. And so those areas I'll go back with Q-tip and really get in. This is just to get everything off the surface. Like I can see there's a huge bit here, so if I can't just rub it off the paper towel, which I think I got most of it off, yeah, I'll just come back in with a Q-tip and finish it up. But I just want to basically make sure that the airflow is completely good and there's no new like nucleus points for like new dust buildup to start. Because I opened it up, might as well maintain anyways. Yeah, so what you can do is, you know how like you twist up a tissue to plug up your nose? You do that, you have a point, and you can run it down through here. Even if you're not buying a used graphics card, you can do this to your old one every once in a while. It's not necessary, but it's just you want like a more of a connection to your computer and to gain more confidence with computer stuff. It's very easy maintenance and it makes you feel good. It gives you like dopamine and everything to take care of your stuff. Okay, the good reason for Q-tips, right, is because they are cotton. So they'll be torn up by the aluminum fins anyways, right? But when they get torn up, they won't get limp. They'll be like fibrous. So you can really get in there and scoop dust out. So basically, they somehow like get even better when they get ripped up. Like for example, right, this got ripped up. I can now tease this bit out, pinch it to make it flat, and then go again. Right? It's kept its shape for the most part, and now it's like totally clean inside that crack. I don't know how well you guys could see that, but take my word for it, I guess, if you trust me. Although if you don't, I don't know why you're watching me right now. Cool. And now we can just lay flat like this. And we're good to go. I'm going to reuse this piece of clear plastic, this clear hard plastic, just to scrape off all the thermal paste. Okay, so that's all the pasty bits out, so I can... So why am I using paper towels instead of just the Q-tips? The reason for that is paper towels are actually mildly abrasive. For example, you use paper towels when you're cleaning off like brake rotors for the first time because of that abrasive property. When you mix it in with a something that it dissolves, like a cleaner of some sort, right? You're enhancing that abrasive properties, and you're really cleaning that layer. Now, why do we use like Q-tips for the dyes? Because dyes are a bit more sensitive. We don't want to be scraping off layers with the dye. Okay, our last bit, the dust on this side, which I can probably just swipe from the side with this. Cool, so that's the finished product, all cleaned up. Some of the dust did get stuck on the thermal pads, but that's fine. Okay, cool. So we want to mount the GPU. What does that look like? So we're going to actually put this guy flat. I want the heavy bits away from me because I want to be very sure of what I'm doing. So since it's like this, these will be closer. They'll be on this side. And basically, I'll drop down the GPU like this after I apply the thermal paste. And I'll just line up the holes by eyes, and we'll be good to go. So what I can actually do is I can remove this bit, the PCIe bit, to make sure it's flat. Okay, so with that, we removed our PCIe slot thing. And now we should be good to go, right? Because I put this down very gently after lining it up most of the way. So I'm going to line up that hole, line up that hole, line up that hole, and just drop it down. Okay, yeah, that's very easy. Very nice, very easy. Yeah, okay. So same process that I did for my laptop, which is you get a piece of flat plastic. You cut off a bit of it, make it so that you can squeeze the side and have a little thing on here. You take your thermal paste and you draw squiggly worms on it. Make sure you can cover as much as you can. As you can see, I had a little bit of separation when I was pouring it out. But now I can just mix everything together using the method that I told you guys about. You start in the middle, just kind of swirl it. That is perfectly fine by me. That's maybe like a little bit too much, but I don't care that much. Try to scoop this bit off. That's perfectly fine. I don't care. Okay, now we'll spell out the size when I'm doing this, but that's why they have this little frame around it. And yeah, I'll just squish out, get rid of any air bubbles or anything, and we get to go. So we practiced. I can go ahead and just drop this into place. So this stays here. And I can line up the memory stuff here, so I know I want it to go like this. So I invert, I line up my holes, and I drop it and apply some pressure while I grab my screws. Just as soon as you get one tight, go back and do that. Okay, visual inspection. While we're here, might as well put on our PCIe thing again. Okay, that all looks Gucci. My Gucci. Did I just say that? I did. Like, where's the fun in just getting something new and then not having to, you know, give it some TLC and take it apart and see how it's put together, you know? And this is content, you know? I'm sure someone would like this out there. Maybe after I edit it. Yeah, I'll definitely edit it like a VOD, like stream highlight style. I feel like I should learn that style of video editing. Route them through. Good to go. So up here, I want to screw these in and then I'll route the cables. So we pinch these fan cables through it. And now the annoying part, allegedly. Okay, we just want some good pressure on the plastic bit. Just with the flat. I think that's fully in. Dope. Spaghetti rope. What was the point of this? Again. You see this? I just screw this in. I do not remember what screws we used for this. Okay. Now the last bits, and then we're done. Our journey together is over, lads. Okay, cool. We were done. New GPU. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really have to edit this video because it's an hour and 20 long, so that's gonna be fun. But that is weekend Pranav's problem. For now, I'm going to finish putting together my PC. So see you guys all in a bit.